Located on the second floor at the Marymount University Ballston Center, the Cody Gallery is a contemporary art space. It is operated by Marymount School of Design and Art, or SODA for short, with exhibits centered around the school's majors. Named after Irene Cody since 2017, the gallery's goal is to be a platform to support and strengthen the arts community at Marymount University and the greater Washington, D.C. area. The gallery's latest exhibit, Threads of Time, an archival textile journey provided by Kravets Archive, invites viewers to uncover the stories woven into textiles. It explores the evolution of textile design and production, highlighting how textiles express identity, status, and tradition across cultures and time periods. Like other exhibits at the Cody Gallery, an artist talk is held for the exhibit's grand opening. Kravets representative Lena Forrester spoke about the company and the exhibit.
So the Kravet Archive really began about 105 years ago when Samuel Kravet, the great-great-grandfather of Scott Kravet, who was our chief creative officer, who I worked directly with, came to America with a sewing machine, 2 sons, his wife, and a dream. He came to New York via Canada and was a tailor for men's suiting. So, he would make the muslin suits for these men on the Upper East Side, and he'd go into these beautiful homes and he would see passementerie, trimmings on top of paintings and mirrors and the beautiful tie-backs, holding back curtains. And he said to himself, I can do this. And really that's been the evolution of Kravet. They've, evolved over the last 100 years. We're on our 5th generation, and we've acquired many historic, iconic brands over the last, I would say, 30 years.
Threads of Time was curated by Marymount design professors Susan Hergenrather and Sal Perrone.
I think that part of Lena's vision, and I think that something that we connected with, was the idea that it wasn't so linear, that there were kind of connections across different cultures that can be read across the room.
100%, I agree with it, 1,000%. Yeah.
And so that was important for us to be able to convey with the show, I think.
I agree.
So that's part of the theme, I think, is that colors and geometries and things, we're all connected in a way. I mean, there are some identifying factors from time to time, but we're also kind of connected in a way. And that carries out, there's a thread that carries out through history. And if you look at the color themes, the geometries, and other things in there, it's something that really connects one culture to the next culture. It doesn't go away, it just feels a little different depending on where you are geographically, where you are technologically, and some other factors.
One of the signature pieces in the exhibit is the Tree of Life from Lee Jaffa. Created in the 1920s and inspired by 18th century Indian palanquins, this masterpiece was hand-block printed using 365 hand-carved wooden blocks to form a 3-yard vertical repeat. The precision required to align each block is a testament to the artistry and the skill of its creators. Another significant piece in the exhibit is a textile made from horsehair. Lena Forrester explained the process of how these unique textiles are made.
There's only 2 places in the world that are still weaving horsehair textiles. One is John Boyd in the UK, it's a very small operation, and the other is Lecrin by Metaphors, which is owned by Hermes. So Lecrin literally translates to horsehair. And you're like, okay, why is horsehair so important? It is antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, and it's hypoallergenic. So it could be put into the stuffings of mattresses, pillows. Ironically, the cushions of horse carriages, so no horses were harmed in this operation, but I think it's really interesting. And so we have a really beautiful collection of these. And I'm going to show you the process. So about 2 inches can be woven a day, and I'll show you why. So these are the undyed horsehairs. They come in 3 colors, so a reddish brown, blonde, and black.
The delicate process of weaving horsehair creates a material that is both strong and visibly striking.
You get to experience something that's not typical in a gallery setting. It's kind of unique. But I will also say that the idea of textiles as art and artifacts in terms of culture in the gallery space is something that is growing. So I think for Marymount, we are at a really fortuitous time plugging into that trend.
Hope comes across and is carried not only to our students but the general public is that the things we make are the things that last in a way, and they identify us, and so they're important in a way that we don't really maybe give enough credit to. That when we look at something that was made today, it is a kind of timestamp, and just like all the artifacts in that room are timestamps to the time that they were made in and the cultures and the peoples who made them, we also have that same kind of obligation and ability, really, to share who we are through the things we make.